A man found that his wife would become very strange every time she went to the supermarket.
It's a chef's pal. It's a dicer, grater, peeler all in one. Never needs sharpening, dishwasher safe.
Wow. That's amazing.
At first, Truman didn't care too much until one day, he accidentally discovered his wife's secret. In the wedding photo, his wife's 2 fingers were crossed together, and the meaning of the gesture was to pray for God's forgiveness. Truman was a little confused, because this meant that his and his wife's marriage vows did not count, and the nearly 10-year marriage might also be fake. The next day, Truman did not expose it in person, but tried to test it in a roundabout way. But his wife seemed to have noticed it long ago and began to make excuses. She said that she was going to be late and a female patient needed an amputation surgery today. Looking at his wife's nervous expression, Truman was more convinced of his inner thoughts, so he deliberately said, "I will also cross my fingers. I wish you good luck." The wife was stunned for a moment, then immediately squeezed out a textbook fake smile, and then went to work without looking back. In order to uncover the truth, Truman followed all the way to the hospital, but as soon as he entered the door, he was stopped by a nurse. Truman said that he had an urgent matter and needed to find his wife, who was also a nurse here. Although Truman had already revealed his identity, the nurse was determined and refused to let him in. Truman had no choice but to turn around and pretend to leave, and then quietly followed. The nurse seemed very panicked, running fast in front, as if she was in a hurry to report some important information. What's even more strange is that not only the medical staff blocked him in every possible way, but even the disabled and strong-willed patients also attacked as if to stop Truman's progress. When Truman finally crossed the layers of obstacles and came to the operating room where his wife participated, what was waiting for him was a clumsy improvisation. The surgeon held the scalpel with a blank face, and the patient who was supposed to be anesthetized was still trembling, and even at the moment of the knife falling, he bounced directly from the operating table. Truman discovered this extraordinary scene, and his discovery was just the tip of the iceberg of this fake world. In fact, Truman was born in a giant studio built for him, Taoyuan Island. Everyone on the island except Truman is an actor. Even his parents and wife are carefully selected professional actors. There are more than 5,000 cameras all over the island, quietly recording his every move. 220 countries broadcasted in real time, and more than 1.7 billion people have witnessed Truman's growth. This popular live show is called The Truman Show because it has never been off the air for 30 consecutive years. Its revenue is comparable to that of a small country. However, Truman knows nothing about this and still lives a positive and happy life. Every morning, he greets his neighbors with full energy.
Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.